What's going on, true believers? Guys, the market seems to be correcting itself. I think we're getting ready for a big liftoff. But a lot of people have been asking me, hey, Believes, what is it going to take to get you to cover our token on one of your daily updates? And I'll tell you what, sending me swag never hurts. Thank you, Boss Token. This is not financial advice, but I am always right. All right, guys, the market's at $2.7 trillion. Volume is $131 billion. We're starting to see some nice green popping up every single place. But today we're going to talk about something that's kind of new. Enjinstarter. This is part of the Engine blockchain. Enjinstarter and Luna PR build an engaged ecosystem for blockchain gaming. Now, Enjinstarter is available on Etherscan. And we're going to go there in just 1 second, but let me tell you, metaverse games and blockchain gaming are going to be the future. And if it's going to be the future, then you are going to look at the Polygon network, you're going to look at Engine, and you're going to look at Ethereum. Those are the three that are probably going to be the face of gaming. Now, early on, it might be Polygon and Engine because, let's face it, with Ethereum right now, the fees are just too damn high. But the Enjinstarter is aiming to change all of that. And here we have it. Enjinstarter is the blockchain games and the metaverse. Here's the launch pad, and here are the upcoming projects that are coming out. You have Zombie, which is an action shooter game. Players will be able to roam through a zombie apocalypse. Path DAO is a community-first centralized autonomous organization. Attack Wagon. Soul Chicks is an NFT-powered fantasy MMO MOBA game built on the Solana blockchain. And Bit Hotel, the social-first play-to-earn NFT gaming verse. BTH holders used for governance and native NFT acquisitions. So not only do you have a new project starting itself up, excuse me, here are the completed games that are already done and ready to go. Pixelverse, Project Defina, and Gaia Everworld. So we're a blockchain gaming launchpad focusing on growing the Engine ecosystem and the metaverse. Built on Engine's JumpNet with a roadmap towards Efinity, our proprietary platform will enable creators and game developers to run capital-raising campaigns and build communities using blockchain technology. Beyond issuing tokens, we provide game developers a way to explore other innovative ways of raising capital to fund their projects through the sale of virtual items as NFTs. Now, the thing is, they're in here creating a multiverse, and they're adding games to it at a pretty good clip. But by the way, built on Engine's JumpNet blockchain, no gas fees, carbon negative NFTs, and smart contract support. So that's not nothing. Like, this is a great thing. Now, here, these are doxed, all of these people, and you can go look them up. They are easy to find. Here are the advisors. Investors, and then here's the institutional investors, and it's basically a who's who of crypto, and it's a pretty big deal. And the fact that Luna PR is starting to represent them for public relations, that's a pretty good thing. So I would say that at 18.9 cents right now, by the way, this is a fairly recent the all-time low, October 4, all-time high, October 5. Like, this is a fairly new project that's underway. There is an opportunity for insane amounts of growth. The trading volume is 638,000. So this is one of those ground floor projects. Do you want 1,000x? This is one of those places where you get 1,000x. These guys are in the news. Things are starting to happen their way. Games are being created. You could do a lot worse than taking a shot on Enjinstarter. That was not a paid advertisement, by the way. This was just something that I was excited about because I'm into the metaverse. They didn't give me a shirt like Boss Token did. Moving on. All right, guys, Hokk continues to accumulate on the downside. They're at 87.45 right now. It's a little bit less than a penny. It's about dead even with the previous day. There's obviously some issues here. It's going to take a little bit of momentum to get moving in the right direction. But I think that if you are looking for some place to take a chance and create yourself a great opportunity, then this is the place to do it. Let's face facts. The diluted market cap is $74 million. It's nothing for Hokk to go 10x at this point right now and end up at a $740 million market cap and still not be in the top 100 tokens that there are. So there's a lot of opportunity. And just a few days ago, this token was sitting at 4.5. Yeah, was sitting at 4.5 cents. So they're 6x from their all-time high, and they just came out a couple days ago. Little accumulation here, and this thing is going to get sent. Guys, you've been with Hokk for a long time. You know what HokkFi does. Pack your bag. Moving on. All right, guys, Sanshu is trading at 37.21. That's up 6% to the previous day. There was a dip down here to about 3,200. Was bought back up immediately to around 3,800. Now it's moving back down just a little bit. And guys, I know if you're in this, you're a little bit frustrated because the up and down, it does get frustrating. But I want to assure you that over time, things will start to change. Now, if you didn't know, Sanshu, the dog, is a girl. And here is her new design. So everyone say konnichiwa to our new refreshed Sanshu. And these are some pretty cool designs. So the team is working on upgrades. They're working on the NFT market. They're working on a lot of different things. So we're still not in the meme coin season. This is we're not even in metaverse season. It just seems like the metaverse is pumping just a little bit. If you're in Sanshu, you probably lean a little bit more into the NFT metaverse. That's probably the next logical step for you. And if that happens, then good things might be happening and coming your way. Moving on. All right, Floki Vikings are at 15,271, up 28.5% to the previous day. Enormous amount of volume. We're finally starting to see that big up that we're looking for. Now, guys, this is not that parabolic move to that upside that we're really looking for, taking us to 33,000, 33,300, back in that area. Remember, there is some support at some of these much higher numbers. This was just this is a good accumulation. This is a good move. When you start to see this downside action right here, then this is the thing that you're looking for. And hopefully it's not going to be this, which leads to another correction. Hopefully there's some big news in the works. I hear little birdie told me that there was a whole lot of excitement on the team. So that might mean something gigantic because there's a chat scheduled in about 3.5 hours. So that's going to be at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure that you're ready. Moving on. All right, guys, been watching me for any length of time. You know how I feel about Saitama. I think they are doing great things, and I think that this is one of those tokens where whatever's going on behind the scenes tends to be special. They added another 1,500 holders just last night. There's a lot going on. It's accumulating at 71.59, up 25% to the previous day. And Russ, the big dog over there, says, Inu Saitama, hope everyone is having a tremendous weekend and recharged for the week ahead. Keep an eye out tomorrow for the rollout of our marketing campaign, putting together press release this evening, about to drop this zero this week. That is from the big dog. And when that happens, then you know something's going on because they do not do these things lightly, and they generally come through, unless it's coverage from a Las Vegas event. And even that, the event was great. But also, the Saitama Media Hokk, Saitama Hokk says, I hope you're all ready. Saitama LLC is making big moves. All the devs know what's coming. Here are all the devs by name, and then it's time to level up. Saitama's taking over crypto. Are you in? Join the Saitama Wolf Pack. And Now, guys, because I am into nonsense and I like listening to these crazy guys speculate, I have heard multiple things coming out. I've heard that the Hilton hotels are going to be buying their way in to Saitama for a fairly large amount. Then I heard that there is a royal family involved from Saudi Arabia, I want to say. Don't hold me to that because I'm not 100% certain. I'm not on the inside. But somebody said that that they were asking how much they could burn. And if you are into Saitama, then I think that that's going to be giving you cause for excitement, because that's exactly what everybody is asking. When can we burn, and when can we get rid of some of this gigantic supply that's remaining? The excuse me, the remaining supply is in the 40 trillion area. So, and if you, by the way, go look at the burn wallet, and you will see that it's starting to kick up a notch. Trading was only 13,000 2 days ago, and now it's back up to 22,912. That's not even big volume by Saitama standards. The Saitama standard is about $40 million trading volume per day, and I think that as you start to see whatever's going on today, then you're going to see a gigantic move to an upside. And it is my understanding that they fully intend, no questions asked, to hit that all-time high this week. So if you're not in, you might want to get in, because that's a good 2 to 3x for you if you want to make money. Moving on. All right, Kishu traded 30.81. That's up 10% to the previous day. That cascade continues to that downside. I don't have great things to say. Here's what I have that I think is important for everybody who is involved in Kishu to hear. You have one of the best dev teams going. You have one of the best marketing groups going. You remember, these guys have done big things for you over time. And this market is changing, and it's adapting very quickly to everything that's going on. And this little cascade down here is because this is still a meme coin, and meme coins have not had their big moment in the sun, except for those big ones. Now, it's going to take a big catalyst, and when that big catalyst hits, then Kishu is going to be the one that goes to the moon first. I keep telling you that. I believe that Doge, Shiba, they've got their time. They've got their moments, but Kishu is the one that leads the pack in that next level. So I know it's a little disheartening when you come in and you see that you're down just a little bit, but remember, the early investors are still way, way up. And if you are a long-term holder and you got in way down here where most other people got in, not up here at the top, only those people are the ones that are upset right now. But everybody that got in way down at the bottom, you're still happy that you made some substantial gains. So put things in perspective, and when in doubt, zoom out. And when you start to zoom out, you start to do the 4-day chart, things like that, then everything looks a whole lot better. So have a little faith, understand, takes a little bit of time, but meme coin season is coming, and when it comes, Kishu's going to have that big parabolic run. Moving on. All right, StarLink, you guys are trading at 67.26. Honest assessment right here, you guys are about even with the previous day. And I want to say this, don't hold me to it, because I'm not, I am certainly not an expert. If I were an expert, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be sitting on a tropical island somewhere, and y'all never hear my ass again. But I am pretty accurate when it comes to some of this guesswork. And this chart right here accumulates the same way this was accumulating over here. And you are in, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're on the 5th bump along the line. You got one more bump coming. A little accumulation probably to the downside right around here at 6,000 support, unless something changes dramatically. But when that does, then you've got this going on for you. This is the type of lift that you guys saw the last time everything took off. So when I take this and I move this over here and I start to apply this to where I think you guys are going to be, then that puts you all dropping a 0. So you're going to be doubling up on what it is that you're doing right now. I think that's a good guess about where you guys are going, because if you remember, this was right here. Then this was right here. And these sticks, let me do this one more time. Ugh. These sticks tend to repeat themselves. You see, they always kind of fit. So this next one to this side, I think you got a little bit more down here to right about there. So you're going to be dropping a zero very soon with just a big parabolic move. And remember that some of these metaverse games are already at $6 to $8 billion market cap. So you guys are at 671 market cap, 671 million. So that move, that's coming very soon. Moving on. All right, Kuma, I said it before and I'll say it again. You've broken that channel of support, but I feel like there's going to be a parabolic move to the upside. I think that most of you guys by now have figured out what's going on and who's behind Kuma. So if you have figured it out and you do understand what's going on, then I think that you'll understand that right now the move between Shiba and Kuma seems to be fairly solid back and forth. So if I were you, I would be following the breadcrumbs and I would be doing what the whales do right now. So if you're not paying attention to those whale wallets, right now is a perfect time to start paying attention to those whale wallets because they are telling you how to make money between Shiba and Kuma. This was not financial advice, but you get it. Moving on. All right, guys, like most meme tokens with a use case, Boss token trading at 2001 right now. It's 2010, my bad. That's about 4% down to the previous day. And you can see this basic accumulation to this downside right now. And I think that if you're going back and you're looking at any one of these tokens, you're starting to see anything that was representative of a meme-based thing right now tends to be moving down unless there's a genuine use case that's been put out there. So Boss Track is coming. Boss Track is looking great. The question right now for everything here is when is it going to be ready for launch, and is it even going to matter? Because let's face it, as meme tokens go, you guys have gone from when I started this, there were half the number of holders, less than half the number of holders, and everything continues to keep accumulating. So that means more people are coming in, more people are coming in. You see these big sell-offs right here? Used to be that this would happen, and that price would just cascade down like this right here, or like this right here, or this right here. But guess what? That's not happening anymore. What you're seeing now are big sales, and it doesn't even put a dent in what it is that you guys are doing. So just remember that, and as you guys accumulate more and more Boss, when Boss Track starts to launch and when you start to see that coming out, then things are going to get real interesting real quickly, and you guys are going to make a lot because your boss is moving on. Okay, guys, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but I do want to make a statement, and I want everybody to understand that I say this with everybody in mind. Meme coins are struggling, and the reason that meme coins are struggling is because the metaverse seems to have bumped its way into line, and it's not taking over, but there's a lot of enthusiasm behind it because it's created a use case where it did not exist before. So you're going to see a lot of stuff that you've been thinking was coming to you that's going to some of these metaverse. Now, general thinking is this, that at some point, Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to start to pop. You're going to see a giant run on Bitcoin, and then a few weeks later, you're going to see a giant run on Ethereum, and those things are going to be awesome. It's going to help every market. Everybody's going to see it. There's going to be a nice big up. Everybody's going to make some money. Everybody's going to be happy. But then after that, you're going to see that meme coin blow off. You're going to see where everybody starts to reach down deep and they start to find those tokens that they hadn't found before. That means they're going to be coming around to meme tokens. They're going to be coming around in some instances to metaverse tokens like Starl, Realm. They're going to continue going with Sandbox. I think Sandbox is struggling just a little bit right now, even though it's ridiculous for me to say that when it's sitting at around 750 after it was trading at a couple of cents earlier this year. But I think it's going to be hard for it to get a little bit further up right now, just because I don't think that there's enough oxygen for that kind of thing to happen. But the important thing is this. the money is coming to everybody, and when it does, it's going to be life-changing. Now, I know that you guys are sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and the one thing that you don't like doing is waiting. Well, successful investors do things very simply, and it doesn't come from day trading. It doesn't come from watching charts. It doesn't come from just basically making moves constantly. Here's what happens. You see a product. Let's say you see Floki, and you have a little bit of money, and you throw money at Floki. Then Floki, when Floki makes a move, then you take out some of your profit, leave in your original bag, and then you move on to another token. Let's say in this case, you're going to move it to Hokk. And then you do the same thing. And then before you know it, you now have 7 tokens that are all performing for you. And you're just waiting for that parabolic moment, that lift, that thing that's going to set it off and set the world alight. And now you've got a huge amount of money. Now, I haven't looked, but I got into Zombie Inu the other day. Shout out to Zombie Inu, I guess. They were trading at 11.11. Now let's see where they are today. They are at 1,096. Now, when you go to their website, when you go look at their memes, when you go look at all the things that they've got going on, it's cute. It's there's plenty of things that there are to like about what it is that they're doing. When you look at it, that's a little expensive, 10% on the way in and out. So they are making it cost prohibitive right now for the normal person to get in at this point. But when you look at it, it's been trending right around here, and it's been in the top 10 as you continue to watch these charts. And it has days where it's just going crazy. And I mean, that's a pretty good thing. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to like in it. But again, it's just like everybody else, struggling and hitting that kind of wall and waiting for that moment where everything blows up. So continue to accumulate, continue to have a little bit of faith in your products, continue to have a little bit of faith in what it is that's going on, and just understand the successful investors, they don't move their money around all the time. They put it in something and they just hold it and they forget. You set it and you forget it. And that's all it takes to be successful in crypto. And lastly, when you go, if I'm doing this, then, and it's my decision right now, and you're asking me, Bleaves, pick some tokens for me to throw $1,000 at and just let it sit and let it see what happens. Well, I don't think you can go wrong by throwing another $1,000 into Sandbox, Decentraland. Engine is very important. I believe that Engine coin is going to be huge. Then you go down the list, go into StarLink, add $1,000 to StarLink, add $1,000 to Wilder World, add $1,000 to Star Atlas, add it to Merit Circle, My Neighbor Alice, RMRK, Phantasma, Neos Credits, which is up 341% on the week. Decentral Games, 31% on the week. Star Atlas DAO, 25% on the week. That lets you make decisions. Aurori is up 8%. Polka City is up 52%. Bosagora, which is up 35%. REVV is up 14%. Realm, which I like Realm because I think the mechanics of it and what it looks like, I really like the presentation that they had, and it's spiking right now. It's up 43% in the last 24 hours. Genesis Worlds, Grid Zone, Monavale, throw $1,000 at some of these things and watch them explode. These things are going to have their time, and you're going to start to see these parabolic moves. But Metaverse is important. And if you find meme coins that have an actual use case, and that includes entry into the Metaverse, then you're going to start to see the same thing happening. I've got a token launching, full disclosure, very soon, and all of that's going to happen. We've got NFTs, we've got gaming, we've got a whole lot going on. So use your money wisely at this point and just understand all you have to do is set it and forget it. And when you go back to that wallet, then you are going to find yourself one happy investor. That's all my time, guys. It's a great Monday. Hope the market takes off and we all get rich. See you tomorrow.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go.